Welcome to Subramani. Please press the bell icon. I need more subscribers, as blunt as that. I'm going to talk to you about investment properties, creating investment properties and using the rent for your retirement. This is a concept which has been excessively overplayed by the media, saying this is the best thing to do. You buy a few houses and you will get rent from that and you can live off that. Basically, this is a good concept, maybe in the US, maybe even in Germany, but in India it is not a great concept because the return that you get on the real estate in terms of cash is pathetic. I mean, in places like Navi Mumbai, the return on the residential real estate given on rent is about 2%, and I have not yet deducted the society charges from that. So, I mean, I see guys living in a 1 crore flat paying about 1,20,000 as rent, plus maybe they pick up some part of the society charges. So, maybe definitely under 2 lakhs. Right. So typically they say, oh, it's okay, you're a friend, we'll give it to you because I'm an NRI, I anyway can't come back for some more time, I don't want to give it to somebody unknown and find that it is not well managed. All that is nonsense. They are not able to find good tenants, right? So for whatever reasons, Bombay has seen people moving out because of COVID. So somebody who's gone to Pune, somebody who's gone to Baroda, and they're working from there. The need to be in Bombay is gone. So Bombay, definitely this is the Bombay market that I'm talking about. So poor returns happens in India. Secondly, the entry cost is high. To enter the property market, you need at least 1.5 to 2 crores. Need in the sense you may make a down payment and be able to borrow. Is it worthwhile? Yes, you will be able to borrow. So maybe you will be able to buy 3 properties worth 1 crore each with a 20 lakh down payment, and you pay the EMI, thinking that the EMI will anyway get reduced because of your increasing income and because of the rental income which comes in. So assuming you're paying 10,000 rupees EMI and you're getting 6,000 rupees rent, it means you're paying only 4,000 rupees EMI. Now this used to be very attractive till the income tax amendment happened, and you are not allowed to deduct all those expenses as all those interest expenses from your other income. So if you had a big huge income, let's say you had 20 lakhs of income and you were getting 20,000 rupees rent and you were paying 6,000 rupees, you were getting 6,000 rupees rent and you were paying 20,000 rupees EMI, that 14,000 rupees was a loss which you were deducting from your salary income, right? So then it made some sense because there was some tax saving. Now all that has been plugged. So the buying a property and giving on rent, first of all, the yield is very poor. Second, entry cost is high. The entry amount that you need is high. You can't buy a house paying 5 lakhs and borrowing the balance. Very difficult. So you'll have to put in at least 20-25 lakhs for a 1 crore house, simply because all the closing costs, etc., you have to bear. Right. So those are not covered by your loan. So you will have to make at least a 20 to 25 lakh down payment for a 1 crore house. So then the third problem is continuously getting good quality tenants. That's not going to be very easy. So if you have a smaller house, say a 1 BHK, it's easier to put it on rent. But then if your budget is big, if you are saying I'm going to deploy 20 crores in this, then which means you can't buy 20 properties of 1 crore. You may have to buy 10 properties of 2 crores or 5 properties of 4 crores. Now the bigger flats are more difficult to push out. Right. So that is one more problem. The other problem is continuously getting tenants. So if your house remains vacant for 1 or 2 months every year, so which means you have to estimate only 10 months rent for all the capital commitment that you are making, and that's not a great thing to do. Sure, you can get tenants continuously. I have been getting tenants continuously for a flat which my wife owns. And very rarely has it been kept vacant. It has really not been kept vacant at all. Throughout COVID we had somebody, and after COVID also we got somebody, some student staying on rent. So it's not as though it is not possible, but then I know a lot of cases where the house remains vacant for a long period of time. So high entry cost, poor yield, and with tenants not being available for 12 months in a year, These are the 3-4 problems. Another problem is very good chance that if you have limited budget, you will have a huge concentration risk. You live in a particular suburb, you also buy 1 or 2 houses in that particular suburb. So if something were to happen to that suburb, if rents were to fall or something like that were to happen, you cannot move out. It's very difficult. Real estate is really illiquid. So giving you a Bombay example, if you find that you want to sell in Chembur and buy in say Vashi or some place which is cheaper, when you try to sell, you realize that, oh, I'm not able to get a good price and the prices in the other place is increasing and all those kind of problems. So entry exit is a problem, finding tenants is a problem. Another big problem as you get older, let's say you're 65 years of age and you've got 4 houses on rent. Apart from the house in which you're staying, you've got 4 houses which you put on rent. Every week or every month there will be something saying, oh, this window pane is broken, can I fix this? This guy is saying it will cost 6,000. Do you want to bear half the cost? Do I have to bear half the cost? Right, all those kind of irritations. Then collecting the rent. Today rent collection happens very smoothly. It gets credited to your bank account. But if it's a student and the student says, oh, I have reminded my father, he has not paid, or the father says, oh, I am just waiting, I wanted my wife to make the payment or something like that, you will get a lot of excuses. Or somebody saying, oh, I want to stay in this house for some more time but I have lost my job, will you reduce the rent? You hear all these kind of things also. So I think owning real estate to get rental income which is going to be sufficient for you in your retirement is a little far-fetched, because after a particular age you don't want to run around, run for errands, right? That please fix this, get me a plumber, get me a carpenter, and you have to do it because they are your tenants. So if you can find a good property manager and find properties in at least 2-3 locations, even in a Mumbai suburb, you can reduce the risk. But I think after doing all this risk reduction and taking some kind of insurance for it and all that, the return yield that you get on for something like this is not worth it. The effort required is not worth it, and if you're going to run around from one flat to another looking after it, you're doing the work which you would actually not want to do. So find out. I think you're much better off with mutual funds, growth options, withdraw as and when you need, if you need at all. What if you don't need money for 6 months? Maybe for those 6 months you don't have to touch it, right? You don't have to compulsorily remove that money. So look at the options which are available. To me, real estate is not a great option. Thank you.